already today we can easily identify the rise of China as one of the factors that's clearly driving the sort of spiritual crisis in the West, because suddenly the bottom 50% of many Western countries have found themselves in direct labor competition with Asia, and finding that therefore the value of their labor is dropping and dropping because Asia's a newcomer to many of these things and has much better systems, as well as fewer political rights in many of those places, fewer benefits, etc. So inefficient Western labor is trying to compete with very efficient Asian labor. Its value is dropping, and those people are feeling we're not really part of this national project anymore. We're not benefiting. The profits of this system are not accruing to us, and we're seeing other people capturing those profits and drawing away from us and having lifestyles that we can never imagine. We're also seeing Asian and Indian tourists with sort of fancy clothes and beautiful hotels coming and showing us that life in other places is very good. So already the sort of early signs of the unravelling of Western liberalism have a lot to do with the rise of Asia.
I mean, I live in Portsmouth. I live in Southsea, which, home of the Royal Navy for a very long time, used to build ships, doesn't build them anymore. Well, maybe that's coming back a little bit. But, now its career in China, the other sort of leading shipbuilding places, I think maybe Japan as well, maybe India as well. But Britain certainly doesn't build them like it used to. And large parts of Portsmouth weren't actually rebuilt after the Second World War, or just were rebuilt terribly. And I've always struck by Chinese students just walking through Portsmouth and walking past something which has basically been a demolished building site for 25 years, or a vacant Debenhams building with plants growing out the top, And I feel like, what's going through their head? They've been raised on an ideology that is, the West, certainly the older ones, mid-20s, maybe they're too young now, but the world I was growing up in, the West is wealthier, it's more advanced. I presume they must look at large parts of the UK as a developing country compared to where they come from. Now, I know rural China is a separate thing, but if you're coming from an affluent part of China, from an upwardly mobile, upper middle class family or a wealthy family, I can't help but feel that they would feel that way. And it's just a really striking recognition. And I do think very slowly amongst the British political class, the media class, it's kind of hitting home. But even until maybe 2020, I don't think they really thought about it, which is kind of terrifying.